Hello everybody, this is Sheila Shaffie and welcome back to ProcessArc's channel where we provide you with digestible business insights. Last week's video was focused on coming up with the two main categories of problems that we are tasked with solving. One type of problem was categorized as fixing existing products, process, and services that we already have in existence. And the second type of problem had to do with us coming up with new products, processes, or services. And these typically come about because we come up with a new market opportunity or we want to better serve our customers. And so we've done an analysis that has highlighted what we already offer or what we have as offerings is not sufficient to meet their expectations. In today's video, I would like to focus on the fix-it types of problems and discuss the different types that may exist in that category. And then for each of those types of problems, highlight whether it's Lean, Six Sigma, or the hybrid of the two problem-solving methodologies that would fit to fix those problems. So fix-it problems typically fall into three distinct categories. You're either going to be enhancing the performance of something, you're going to be improving the efficiency of something, or you're going to be generally improving the client experience. And again, depending on which one of these three you're going to solve, most often you will actually need a hybrid of both Lean and Six Sigma to solve these problems. So I don't want you to be so focused on, is it purely Lean or is it purely Six Sigma? Because again, these problems have so many dimensions to them that it's very difficult for one problem toolkit to solve all the issues that you're going to uncover. There are, of course, instances where some problem type may best perfectly fit the Six Sigma methodology or the Lean methodology, but again, most often you will begin to see that you are going to actually need both methodologies to overcome the issues that you're going to uncover in your projects. Okay, let's start with the enhancing of performance. When I think about enhancing the performance of something, typically it either has to do with its quality or its reliability. In other words, it's saying that the product, process, or service that we already have in existence isn't quite performing the way we had anticipated or designed. You may have equipment that's already out in the field. Sometimes some of its parts fail within a couple of weeks, and then you have equipment that has been in the field working without a problem for months or years. It could mean that sometimes the same type of a loan takes 2 days to underwrite, and another time, it may take us several weeks to underwrite it. The point is that the process isn't stable, isn't reliable. You can't always predict with some high level of accuracy the outcome that you're going to have from that product, service, or process. Those are typically called reliability or performance-related issues. You may have sometimes situations where the product, process, or service is performing exactly as how you have designed it and how you intended it to perform. So take any process, product, or service. You may have designed a particular process to take 5 days to complete. You expect it to have about 10% rework rate. Typically, it takes 6 people to complete that process from beginning to end. The point being that it's doing exactly what you wanted it to do. But if you took a deeper look at it, you may uncover that, hey, that product, service, or process can actually enhance its performance if we tweaked a few things about it, if we tweaked a few parameters about it. That is still considered a performance enhancement project. And for these types of projects, Lean and Six Sigma are ideal candidates because you will have to document the process, collect data about the process, analyze it, uncover its root causes, and be able to come up with a solution that you can cleanly put in place and it will be absorbed and adopted by the users of that process, product, or service. So both Lean and Six Sigma fit nicely into the world of performance enhancement projects. Now let's take efficiency as a general category that would go under the fix-it type of problems. Efficiency by definition means that you're going to be able to do more or the same with less resources. So there's always kind of an inverse relationship between output and the amount of resources that you're going to get. And efficiency projects are always trying to make things work better and cost less. So you can also make the assertion that efficiency projects typically focus on speed and cost, because the faster a process goes, the less expensive it's going to be. Because faster processes mean they're efficient, they don't have a lot of waste or wait time in them, they don't need as many resources to get them completed, they don't have rework associated with them, they're frictionless. So efficient processes by definition are going to be fast, which means they're going to cost less. Efficiency projects, again, will rely on both a hybrid of Lean and Six Sigma tools for you to resolve them. Now, let's take an example of a situation where someone has just purchased a new life insurance policy. In order for you to uncover efficiency opportunities, you will have to document the entire value stream from the minute that the financial rep completed the application for that new customer all the way to the time that you may send them the welcome kit. So you're going to be documenting that process and collecting data about that process to see exactly what's working well and what's not working well with that process. You may, in that analysis, uncover points that can quickly and easily be resolved with the Lean principles. And so you can identify points in the process that are not adding a lot of value, or there's a tremendous amount of wait time, or things may need to get bumped up to the next level manager for a sign off. And you could examine those as a team and figure out if there's a way to get rid of them or to squeeze out all the non-value add activities out of it. And this is all to make the process work faster. And that's going to be all Lean tools. Now, you may uncover in your analysis that part of the reason why the application is not flowing as quickly as it can is because 40% of the applications that are coming in have to actually get rejected back to the field or sent back to the financial rep because they were submitted incomplete, which means now the financial rep has to go back to the customer and collect the additional information that was missing. So that in that kind of a situation where the process is failing to perform as it was intended to, you may need to do more investigative analysis, additional data collection, root cause investigation, which are principally more aligned with the Six Sigma philosophy and toolkit. So that would be an example of why I'm saying you may need a hybrid of the methodology, because if you're purely focused on getting the waste out and expediting the process, Lean principles are very good at helping you identify and resolve those things. But if a particular process step is not performing at its highest quality, and it's not a capable process step, meaning that it can't do what you want it to do consistently, then you have to resolve it with the Six Sigma tools. Now let's go to the last concept or the last project category, which was called client experience. Now, client experience is a vast topic, and I will absolutely have an entire video dedicated to this topic, because not only is it a complex idea, but it's an emerging trend, or has been an emerging trend for the past 2 to 3 years, where you may have been hearing about it consistently. Client experience is really the cumulative effect of all the touch points that your company is going to have with a particular customer. Now, not every touch point is created equal, which means that some are going to leave a much deeper imprint from an experience perspective with a customer than another. So when it comes to client experience projects, it's very similar to both performance enhancement projects and efficiency type projects, because you're trying to understand the entire life cycle that a customer has with you. So from the minute that they decide to buy your product all the way to the time that they may no longer want to be your customer, and you want to examine all the friction points and all the points that leave deep impressions with the customer, and then you will have to figure out how you can fix or enhance the performance or enhance the speed or efficiency of those processes or process steps. And that's why, again, client experience projects are going to rely both heavily on Lean and Six Sigma methodologies when it comes to coming up with an ideal solution. So hopefully what I've done in this video is disperse this concept or disperse this idea that Lean needs to be in one corner and Six Sigma needs to be in another corner, and the two shall never meet. And depending on the type of project, I absolutely have to align myself to one methodology or another. The reality is that most often when we're dealing with a problem, it's not unidimensional. We will have to uncover root causes. We will have to do data analysis. We will have to do mapping. We will have to simplify the step by taking waste out of it. And everything that I just mentioned is actually a hybrid of both Lean and Six Sigma. They actually come together quite beautifully as a methodology. And I just want you to start walking away. If you were a purist, hopefully start to consider walking away from a purist perspective that I have to always align myself with one or another. I would love to hear your feedback about how you have used Lean and Six Sigma in your projects, which one you have a tendency to depend on more often, and whether the types of projects that we just talked about, enhancing performance, enhancing efficiency and client experience, are the kinds of projects that you are also seeing in your companies. I thank you again for joining us today. Please leave your comments, thoughts, and questions below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you again next week. Thank you.